take the clothes off my back and I let you'd steal the food right out my mouth, and I'd watch you eat it. I still don't know why I love you so much. Oh.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to talk to you about a special game that I like to play. It's called Monopoly. I know y'all like to play this game with me, so let's go ahead and play this. Let's go ahead and talk about this game real quick. Alright, well, if you look at the normal board, right? You know, you got in each corner or whatever, you got go, you got jail, free parking, and go to jail. Go to jail. Well, it seems like in this game of Monopoly, within the recent last 10 years or so, there hasn't been a lot of people going to jail. Ain't nobody been going to jail. So, why is this happening? What's going on here? Well, mostly what's going on is you have the central banks, be it the Fed, the ECB, or the Bank of England, or Bank of Japan, or whatever. Basically, what they're doing is they're handing out all this cheap money. They're suppressing interest rates, keeping the interest rates low, and by them doing that, they create cheap money. And when they create cheap money, the people that actually have collateral, or on paper have collateral, what they do is they go around and buy up all the properties. Especially since the collapse, all these hedge fund managers, all the Wall Street bankers and stuff, what they've been doing is been going around buying up all the foreclosed properties, all the distressed properties, and they've been like trying to fix them up and repair them and flip them. Well, there's still a whole lot of inventory left on the market, and right now you're seeing a massive increase in rent, but relative to home pricing or home ownership is way down, but rent is way up. And so what that means is you're having a concentration of properties into a small few of hands, and instead of each person owning their own individual house, or maybe one or two people renting on a block and everybody else owning their own house. Right now, what you're seeing happening now is you're seeing a whole bunch of hedge fund managers and private equity and big money walk in and buy up the whole neighborhoods and stuff, or half the neighborhood. And then they turn around and rent these properties out. Okay, so no bankers have gone to jail since this crisis has happened. We've had Jon Corzine, who was the head of MF Global, went bust, I think it was in 2009 or 2010, around there somewhere. Anyways, there was 1.6 billion in customer funds that disappeared. And these funds were in segregated accounts. Okay, what is a segregated account? Alright, you put money into a bank, right? And say it's kind of like a safety deposit box or something like that, where nobody has access to that money but you. It's supposed to be separated from the normal business stuff that a normal bank does or whatever, where they take your money and they loan it back out to somebody else. But these monies were in segregated accounts, which means that they're supposed to be kept separate in their own little box or whatever. Anyways, $1.6 billion just went missing, like just disappeared, and Corzine just walked. Never. Bernie Madoff didn't steal over $1 billion, but Bernie Madoff ripped off some rich people and that's why he went to jail. But John Corzine, he ripped off a bunch of farmers and small mom and pop retail places or whatever. So they he didn't get nothing. He's still walking around today. Supposedly I've heard in the news that they're hitting him with like a civil suit, but he still won't see jail time. He stole $1.6 billion and still won't see jail time. I mean, come on now. And basically what they do by taking the segregated funds or whatever is the bank will make bets using that money, and if they make a profit off that bet, they'll keep the profit, and if they make a loss, they'll give you the segregated account owner the loss.